We're gonna get a good pop.
Ooh, I've been waiting for someone to do a good pop. Oh no, who's not cooking here? You're not cooking.
We gotta always check all the mics. Whose mic is going?
We're good now.
Hello.
We're back.
Back.
Am I there? Yep.
You're there, Justin. You're there.
Let's see.
Yep.
Am I?
We're all here.
Okay.
We're all here. We're 75% zoinked. We all got wine.
We're ready to go.
Couple aguardent bros.
Yep.
Oh,
I
dude,
did some of that.
Smelled that. I was like, oh my god.
I like the smell now.
The
Actually,
aguardent. Yeah. Cop pulls me over. I'm like, I'm clean, man.
I clean my insides.
My mouth and organs are clean.
Can I see straight? No.
Yeah. Don't you see my thumbs are up when I'm driving?
I'm A-okay.
Yeah.
Lovely. Smooth wine.
Let me give it a taste. Tastes like nothing.
I'm just gonna smash this and then zoink. Lovely. What kind of wine is that?
That's Gamay.
Gamay.
Whoa.
Welcome to the Portugal Corner, the podcast where we talk about all things Portuguese soccer, the good, the bad, and the funny. Is episode 164. I'm Evan.
Patrick. Justin.
And I'm Chris, but I feel like Justin today.
Oh, nice.
I woke up from a nap. I'm a little disoriented. I got 3 drinks going on here right now. I got fresh wine. I got a 2-year-old Carlsberg can that I wasn't going to open, but I have because supplies are low. A Robbie Fowler special.
Oh, that's wicked.
And I have a 4-hour-old Pepsi that I got from Costco.
There's also
Good drinks.
There's also a canned tall boy water. You want that too?
Tall boy water?
Yep. Oh, we don't got to do an ad for them.
Well, we just did, didn't we?
Yeah.
So
That
this
sounds like a product placement.
So this podcast is sponsored by Tall Boy Water.
Evan, we did not get any money for anything.
Now I got to reach out to them and ask for
Evan,
more.
wow, you have 3 drinks. Would you like a 4th? A tall can of water. Evan just brought 2 cans of this water, and we thought, yeah, I guess a bro doesn't want to be sort of called out at a party.
Yeah.
Is
It
gonna
really
be
does.
drinking in a tall boy.
Looks like a beer, yeah.
It says Tall Boy on it. So they're like, what's that guy drinking? I'm drinking fucking Tall Boy. What does it look like I'm drinking?
But then
It's some fucking IPA crap. You don't want to know about
it
it.
tastes like shit. You
in
don't
big
want
white
it.
letters it says it's okay to be yourself. So
Cover that with your hand.
cover that part with your hand, or else someone's gonna be like, "What kind of shit is this?"
Just grab a marker. Yeah.
It's okay to be yourself.
All right.
I want to make a joke about that Carlsberg Robbie Fowler can.
Oh, please do.
Because you said it's 2 years old, it's autographed. It's like one of those. Our supply is that low that it looks like we're grabbing those like souvenir cans of beer in the back of the fridge or off someone's shelf. Like, I've never drank this. I was saving that. It's like a
Hey, don't crack that.
I was
That's
saving.
not botulism.
And I just did my food handlers. I learned all about botulism, and I'm risking botulism to be here for you guys.
You got botulized?
I hope I'm not botulized.
Maybe it's a good high.
Oh, true.
That little aguardent?
No, the aguardent will actually kill the botulism.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
guess.
you got a
yeah.
good combo going.
We're fine.
That's
Word.
what you're balancing.
Yeah.
That's great. Did you hear about someone who went to France on like a food tour? This young lady last year and died from botulism from this like fancy restaurant that was doing their own canning of stuff, and everyone in the restaurant got it.
And died.
I don't know if they all died.
Well,
One
they're
girl
French.
died.
They can live through botulism.
I think so. Yeah.
Survived
Sad
the
stuff.
revolution.
That's where like cooking is so like revered, right? You would think that they
But
got.
canning is very in right now. Like tin can. The Portuguese got it down. I don't think you can get botulism from
Yeah,
canned
they
sardines.
better have it down. We eat a lot of those tin cans around
Yeah.
here.
Well, you know, if the canning's all what do you call it? If the can's all fucked up,
It's gotta be boiled.
You don't eat it.
You got boil your can. Yeah, you boil the jars after you make the tomato sauce.
Yeah.
All right.
Pimenta. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Guys, Club World Cup coming to the United States of America this summer. Well, not this summer, next summer in June.
I would call that this summer.
Yeah.
It's the summer coming up.
Yes.
And we're putting this out July 1st, so
FIFA
gonna
Club
be-
World Cup. What's the difference between this and the Champions League? There's all the more than just your.
So the Club World
the
Cup
world.
used to happen in December. and it would be like 6 teams, and nobody cared about it.
Yeah.
And just whoever won the Champions League would usually win it. Sometimes they would lose to South America.
But it was every continent's Champions League. Yeah, every continent has a Champions League, right?
Oh, so all 6 of the continents.
And
Gotcha.
Champions League is run by UEFA.
Yep.
And this is run by FIFA, which FIFA kept, the whole world.
So this is a new tournament.
Yes.
Oh.
It's an expansion on a little sort of thing they did around Christmas every year.
Oh my god.
So-
So these club teams have to play more games.
Yep.
Exactly.
Oh wow.
They're coming on tour to the United States. I don't know how Porto and Benfica both made it in. I mean, amazing.
Because hell yeah, brother. That's why.
But, like, where do they pick these teams from? Chelsea, Paris, Atletico, Bayern,
I see 3 German teams.
Juve City, Dortmund, like, Real,
And we got Auckland in there.
and Auckland.
And how
I
many?
think a lot of it was like rankings, like your club
Yeah.
ranking.
We're not even good at that anymore.
I only see 2 Premier League teams. Am I wrong? I only see Chelsea and City.
Chelsea and City. Yeah, I don't know where they found these teams from, but whatever.
Whoever fucking.
Where did they find these?
Whoever wrote the biggest check, I guess.
2 Portuguese teams, and that's what matters.
And that's important, and that's great. And let's talk about the one fraudulent team that's in there, Miami, Inter Miami.
Miami.
They haven't won nothing.
No, they won. What was the made-up tournament? League's Cup.
Yeah, the League's Cup.
Wait, is Al Nasser in this thing?
No, Al Hilal is.
Wow.
There
I
you
guess Ronaldo's going to get traded to Al Hilal then.
I
He
think
should.
get that trophy. Actually, Al Ittihad's winning right now. They're in first place. Yeah, Porto in a group with Palmeiras, Al Ali of Egypt, and then Inter Miami. And Justin was saying Inter Miami didn't win nothing, but they just wanted Messi there
Yeah.
because Galaxy won the cup. And Messi got the MVP of the league, and he didn't even get the most goals or the most assists. They just gave it to him.
Yeah, it's corruption. It's sales. You know the drill.
Yeah.
Come on, this is soccer, baby.
You know the drill.
Group A, we got Porto, Palmeiras, Al Ali, and Inter Miami. As I said, coming to New York City, 2 games. Porto's playing Palmeiras and Al Ali there, and then they go down to Florida to play Messi.
Yeah.
I think Palmeiras is the big game probably for Porto. That's hard.
Yeah.
That's tough.
That's exciting. I like that.
Al Ali, that's a big team in Egypt. They're pretty good.
Should we do a road trip? Well, I know you guys probably don't care, but Chris, you want to do a road trip
Where we
to New
going?
York?
Where we going?
Oh,
MetLife Stadium.
Oh, MetLife.
I think it's a huge mistake not to put Benfica there. They got
Yeah.
Porto there. I guess that there's a lot of Portuguese people there that like Porto, but Benfica, there's so many Benfica fans in New Jersey.
Porto, Palmeiras, New York. June.
I could do that.
Hell yeah.
there's another.
You're gonna drive there?
The other part of it is Benfica's schedule is 2 games, 1 game in Miami, 1 game in Orlando, and another game in Charlotte. The last game against Bayern Munich in Charlotte, North Carolina.
I like Charlotte too. It's a little bit further to drive though.
Yeah.
So we hit one, then the other?
We could just fly to Miami. We could do that. That's faster than driving to New York.
Yeah, you're not gonna get. Yeah, we're not gonna get tickets to see Porto and Messi.
Or Chris, we do Myrtle
yeah, that's
Beach.
tougher.
That's
we do
gonna be
Myrtle Beach
impossible.
golf trip.
Ooh.
Capped off with the little Benfica Charlotte,
Okay.
Benfica Bayern Munich Charlotte.
Okay, you dress like Batman when you golf. You be Batman.
Benfica in Group C get Bayern, Boca Juniors, and Auckland City.
Who is this?
Benfica.
Yeah.
They gotta play Auckland.
They always get Bayern. That's crazy.
I know. I was watching the when they did the draw, and I was like, oh, they got Palmeiras, and I was like, I just wanted to avoid fucking a Bayern or Madrid or a City, and thank God we did, but not you guys.
Yeah.
No,
Okay, I guess that's our usual loss to Bayern, I guess.
Yep,
But I think playing Boca Juniors is a cool, classic team.
that's a great historic match.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
And Auckland has to be a destroy. We have to destroy them,
Yes.
obviously. That's probably the weakest team in the whole tournament.
Yeah, I would say at least you guys have a guaranteed win. I mean, Porto realistically should beat Al Ali and Inter Miami, but like
Could be tough.
Inter Miami at home, you never know.
I think the thing to do is, you get the tickets first, and then you decide what games you're going to go to. If you can get all 3, you can go to all 3, and how that goes. Because there's going to be a lot of demand for these games.
Yeah.
There's going to be people coming from Argentina,
Yeah.
New Zealand,
Oh, I don't
Is
know if
that
they're going to
Auckland?
travel. I guess they will. Yeah, no, it's New Zealand.
Germany, You know, so you're gonna get a lot of competition for these seats. Only 50,000 people or 60, probably some of these football stadiums. So.
Coming to a stadium near you if you're in the United States of America.
I'm excited. I want Benfica to win this tournament.
Yes,
I think Mr. Benfica will be there.
He definitely will be. I'm sure a lot of Benfiquistas will make the.
I saw people on Twitter already planning to go and everything. Yeah.
And this happens in June.
Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't really like conflict with the schedule too much.
It's like but it's also like, man, who are they going to bring? Are they going to bring like their B team? Like, are these teams actually going to show up for this? Maybe because it's the first year they will, but it's also like transition stage and the transfer market. Like,
well, and then what are
these squads going to look like?
When's the World Cup? When's the World Cup after that?
The year after. There's nothing happening this year.
So this is the only thing that's going on in soccer at this time of the year. So I think they will bring their good teams. Why not?
Yeah, it's the first one. Everyone's got to show up and look presentable.
It's it's cutting into the holidays, but you know, every year they're gonna find some kind of tournament. They're like, oh, well, if we kind of look at it like, well, 1 year's the Euro, 1 year's the World Cup. Why not have something in between there?
Back to work.
Yeah.
Before you know it, they'll do the Universe Cup, playing aliens.
In other news, Nani retires, guys. Nani.
Legend.
I think that's so funny. He just goes back to Portuguese league. He's like, this isn't working out so well. I'm fucking done.
Toast, man.
He probably got some crazy offer to do something. He just can't be associated with a team. Maybe he wanted to buy a team or like, I don't know.
No, he's exhausted.
I like to think that he just like, it's all fun and games until like the weather gets a little cold, and then you're like, you gotta wake up at 6 a.m. It's freezing outside. You're like,
he wants to stay home.
You're like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
I think he could have played one more year if he didn't do all those flips. Those fucked him,
His
I think.
knees.
Yeah.
His joints got the better of him, eh?
Can he still do them? Did he do one on Amadora?
No,
I don't think so.
so.
I don't think he's done.
Don't
one
even risk it.
I don't even think he's done one since like the United days.
I don't think he's done
No,
one
he definitely-
since he grew that goatee. I don't think he's done one.
No, he's done one in Orlando. He did flippies in Orlando. Did he not?
For sure, I think.
So Sporting to United, Fenerbahce, Valencia, loan in Lazio, back to Sporting, Orlando, Venezia. That's a good one. Melbourne. Adnan Demspor, and then Estrella Amador to cap it off. 9 games and 1 goal, 455 games, 97 goals.
I think that's a pretty cool resume.
Yeah, that's not bad. And then 112 games for Portugal with 24 more goals. So congrats, Nani.
If you're a Sporting fan, you gotta love him. He did the return twice to Sporting. And he's a real Sporting boy.
And then also for general news and banter.
Nothing interesting. Nothing that warrants telling these devoted fans that have only a couple moments of our time. I don't want to tell them about every single part of my life. But
Oh, you have something going on in your life?
no, I just been biting my lip.
Oh, yeah, you got one of those bit lips.
Yeah, bit it once and now I keep biting it. You guys ever deal with that?
I think it's a little swollen, so you bite it more.
That's what happens.
Dab some aguardent on there.
That's a universal experience. But
Yeah.
I love how you preface it by saying we can't waste people's time with this. But have you heard about this? I'm biting my own lip.
This is a mundane thing ever.
People want to relate, you know?
All right, to the footy. Sporting League play kicks off on Thursday. They get that real early match. They play Moreirense, and even though Gyökeres scores first through a penalty, goals by Denis Pinto and Guillermo Chetin, they take it 2-1. Moreirense, poor run of form, should leave Sporting asking questions. I don't know. Is this a mid-season slump, or are they just falling apart?
I think they're just looking over towards the manager, being like, "What do we do?" And Ruben was really the leader of that team, and João Pereira is trying to still find it, and they don't got time to find it because everyone else is already caught up. They had a bit of a cushion, and that cushion has been pushing
Yep.
all the way to the top.
It's like when you buy a pillow and it's brand new and it's slowly gets flatter and flatter and flatter.
Yeah.
And now it's got no support anymore.
Yeah. And I remember sleeping over at your guys' house and the pillows were flat. I was like, these are like paper. I'm just sleeping on like a paper. Some of the flattest pillows I've ever
You
slept
fold
on.
them over.
Yeah, you have to fold it.
I've never experienced this in my life.
Well, you guys would get the backup pillows.
The
that
back
we
of
didn't-
pillow. Of course, I'm sleeping over.
The
Yeah.
sleepover guest pillow.
Yeah.
The cover was like a Doritos bag.
Crunchy.
So crunchy.
Yeah. You got the demoted pillow.
But yeah, are Sporting asking Santa for a new manager at Christmas? What's happening?
Santa Claus.
They should get Santa. Yeah, sack him, I say.
Sack him.
Yeah, already.
People are
Yeah,
saying
those are two really bad results.
I would say.
like 3 or 4 now.
How do you think-
He's not fit for the job.
How would you think? How would you feel? How would he feel if he was offered a demotion and say, "Go back to what you were doing before. This is not a firing. We want you to stay on that B team."
Yeah.
Because you were doing so, not because you're doing bad at the first team, and you got to say it like that if you're in like middle management. It's like not because you were doing bad at the first time, but because you were doing so well on that B team. We want you back there. Okay?
Yeah.
kind of.
We don't need you in the front of house. You're so good at the dishes.
Yeah, you're crushing it on dish. Okay, we're just gonna leave you there for a bit, and maybe we'll revisit this sort of switching scenario in a couple of years. And then I think they want a Bill Ferreira. He's just coming off Palmeiras. They didn't
Yep.
win.
People are saying steal Santa Clara's manager.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That's what I said.
Oh, no. You can't do that
Put
to them.
together, they're on fire.
If you're a Bell, can't you do better than going to Sporting and losing the league with them?
I think so. I think after
You're coming
winning-
off that great Palmeiras run that you had.
Yeah,
You could
but-
maybe find something.
But how
a little
sick
better.
would that be? You win 2 leagues in 1 year. Who's done that?
He didn't win the league.
He didn't win the league.
Oh.
Also, Portuguese manager won it, but not him.
Oh, sorry.
Arthur George. But
I'm getting confused with Arthur George.
you want Sporting to get Arthur George.
Yeah.
He's not
him.
going anywhere.
He just got there. He's riding high.
Money talks?
I don't think Sporting have enough money. They don't have as much money as John Texter.
Yeah.
True.
Botafogo.
Beautiful goal by the second goal, Moreirense. Jenny with the throw-in,
Yeah.
assist, and that guy just slapped it in.
Oh yeah.
That's heads up play. You can't teach that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I love the audacity just to hit that right away.
smack it.
Kovacevic was not ready.
No.
Goalie was not ready at all, and goalie looked terrible on the first goal too. That was
Yeah.
just so bad.
Terrible all day.
Sporting and their goalies, they can't find one they like.
No. When's the last time they had a really solid, sturdy goalie?
Schmeichel.
Schmeichel. Last time.
No, Rui Patricio was good.
But like,
Patricio was good, yeah.
was he though, or was he just the best of like? I don't
He
know.
was. He was St. Rui. He was good for a long time.
Yeah.
For a while, he was the best, one of the best goalies in the league, or the best.
Yeah.
Rui Patricio was good.
But
We
this
can't
guy,
rewrite history because at the end he was not doing so. He was faltering on Roma and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he put in some good saves.
So
for
who's
Wolves.
this guy on Sporting? I've never seen him before.
João Pereira?
No, the goalie.
Oh, the goalie.
Kovacevic.
Kovacevic.
They just keep getting these young guys in.
This guy
They just don't work.
Did not have the makings of a varsity athlete.
Did not. He did not.
But then the other guy is Israel.
Yes.
They don't love him either, really.
Who does nowadays?
Yeah.
So yeah, Sporting on a pretty major slump. Take a look at their results.
This
You're not good at
pencil.
flicking the pen.
No,
Give it to me.
This happens week after week. I'm kind of like trying to David Letterman with this pencil over here, and I'm bad at that. And it's hitting the table. It's very noisy, and I apologize to all the listeners. They've given me a pencil to write down my thoughts, and it's ruining the whole podcast.
Throw it up into the ceiling.
What are your thoughts?
should. We'll get to them when they come. These are all it's all Benfica based.
Ah. So yeah, João Pereira, since taking over, he got that 6-0 win against that third division team, and then lost to Arsenal, lost to Santa Clara, and lost to Moreirense.
I mean,
And-
Santa Clara, they're riding high. Arsenal, I can't blame him there, but
No.
Moreirense, they should have taken that one.
Hey, Moreirense is a deadly team. They've done some damage recently.
Moreirense is a strong mid-table team too in Portugal. Yeah.
Yeah, they're 7th place. They got to play Bruges in the middle of the week. tomorrow.
That's one where you got to get back on track. Club Bruges. Now,
In Bruges?
In Bruges.
In Bruges.
They're gonna kill Jean Pierre in Bruges.
Assassination style.
Send him to Bruges.
He doesn't know it yet.
He's not coming home from Bruges.
Take that
In
bit back
fucking
about.
Bruges?
Take that bit back about my funky cunt kids.
And then Boavista at home and Santa Clara at home. Hey, for the Tasa. If he makes it to Santa Clara and he loses there, that's got to be the end.
I think. Look, we're looking at the run. I think you got to beat Bruges. Bruges is gonna be tough because Bruges has faced Porto in the past. Bruges has faced Benfica in the past. A couple of years in the Champions. Bruges did a number on Porto 1 year unexpectedly. I think they beat them 4-0 in Porto.
We bopped them back though.
4-0 in Bruges, right? So it all be which side are you gonna get? Which sport are you gonna get?
This new Champions League format, you can't do that.
No,
You can't do that. You get bopped in Bruges, that's it.
You don't get to see him again.
You gotta live with that.
Hey guys, Bruges
They don't
has,
call you back.
Bruges hasn't lost a game since October 22nd against
Holy
AC.
shit.
And that's like almost over 10 games.
Jesus.
they did tie Celtic 1-1.
But it is the Belgian league, so different standards.
I'll tell you what. If this is Ruben, and I'm a betting man, and I'm not a betting man, but let's say I was, and this was a Ruben Amorim Sporting going into Bruges, I'm putting my money down on Sporting because I would like to make some money back to me, not because I'm a Sportingista. This João Pereira team, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
No hope. All right.
Could be bruised in Bruges.
Arsene Wenger always used to said when you're on, one of the most important things about managing, or like one of the hardest things about managing, is like when you're on a run of losses to stop those losses because everyone loses confidence. It's so easy they keep piling on.
It could spiral.
To make it to stop the bleeding. That is a very important part of managing.
You have to do that a few times, actually. Yeah.
Who?
Arsene Wenger.
Wenger, yeah. Wenger was always bleeding out. He kept it together.
Towards the end.
He poured some aguardent on that cut, and then he wrapped it up real nice, and he got those Gooners back to 4th place. All right, moving on. Benfica, Aktracoglu makes magic happen once again for the Bird, as his single goal against Guimarães sees the Birds soaring up the table.
Birds. We call them birds. Go Birds.
Yeah, go Birds.
They're not the Go Birds. Do not.
Evan's trying to make that happen.
Eagles.
They're the Eagles.
And we're Portuguese Eagles, and we're certainly not the. Yeah, we are. I guess we're the Ajagiers, but
Very nice goal. Aktracoglu sitting down there in the little Harry Potter room. Nobody saw him. Nobody looked at him.
Wide open. Pavlidis found him.
I like
How
the
did he
pass.
do that?
I
Good
like the
lead-up
passing. I like the
And
passing.
he smashed it in.
When I saw him going for that, I thought he was gonna like wrap his foot around, go for the other corner, but he went short side.
Given
the other side.
give him the opportunity and the circumstances of all that build-up play and where he was, I thought he would have tucked it in a corner. He kind of miffed it a little bit.
no,
He meant to do that.
He smashed it hard and in the closer corner. And I agree with what Patrick was saying. I thought he'd go the far, but those far ones, as we saw Nelson Oliveira do later on in the game, they can just fly out into the sky, into the stands, right?
Yeah.
If you fuck those up.
Dude,
Yeah,
that
when
guy-
it was coming to him, I thought maybe he could like hit it wrong and it would go into the sky or something. But I don't know why I ever doubted Aktracoglu.
No, he knew what he was doing, and he knows his capabilities. He said,
Yeah.
"I'm gonna just smash this as hard as I can at this goalie." And Bruno Varela went right through him, but it was the force of the shot, and
Yes.
and he's magic. He puts the ball in the net.
And maybe Varela thought he was gonna go the other side too.
Yeah,
I don't know.
he's got to protect both.
The power level was enough, sufficient.
It was a beautiful goal. I love
Good goal,
that goal. And he's our magic man, making things happen. Di Maria also had a good game. And before we get into this game, I want to talk about something that happened last game.
Tell us.
The crying jersey man.
Last week,
Yes. At the end of the Moreirense game, Benfica was away, right? And there was one gentleman in the stands, one family in the stands. Di Maria had such a good game.
it was a daughter and her mother and father.
And they had a sign out that said, Dami tu camisola Di Maria. And he did it. He dami them their
He donned
camisola.
them, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful moment. Yeah.
It was, and it was played a lot, and it was such a beautiful
And
moment.
the
What did
dad
you say,
was so
Patrick?
was so happy. He grabbed Di Maria, and then afterwards, the dad's like crying, and he holds his family. He grabs his family close, and he's crying. I'm like, holy shit! This looks like they just got saved from like a refugee camp, and he's holding his family.
They were going crazy. I was like, this man thinks he's just been bestowed like generational wealth by this jersey.
Oh yeah, he's thinking of
He's
putting
like-
it up on eBay.
He's
or
like,
something.
wow, we just made crying. Oh my god, I can't believe it. He's gonna be sorely disappointed when he sees the numbers that are gonna come in for this jersey.
It's like those old ladies when they meet the Pope, you know, they're just like, or they go meet Joel Osteen, whatever. They're just like touched by God, you know.
It's a nice moment, but we all thought it was funny just how happy he was. He couldn't believe it. Everyone's so happy.
They're all crying. It's a beautiful moment.
Di Maria zips up his jacket and walks away.
I was always of the mind that you don't give it to the person with the sign. Like, we shouldn't be encouraging these signs.
But it's a nice moment.
It makes for a nice moment. Yeah, certainly.
If a dad's going to hold his family and cry, you got to give it to them.
He set the bar, this family.
Yeah, now we want to see what the next family's going to do.
Back to this week, Guimarães does outshoot Benfica 10-8. Anatoly Trubin, great day for them.
Oh, yeah, he made some big saves. He's a great goalie.
He's a big guy.
Yeah, 6'7", I think.
I think he is the difference, big time difference maker in terms of like us in safe situations. It's not always about like the big save. It's like not leading to things that prevent goals, right?
Floundering.
There was a moment where our father was praising Florentino all game. How he's saying he loves this guy. I freaking love this guy. Oh my god! And then he does a huge flub towards the end of the game. He gets put in a weird position with the ball, and then he decides to do a crazy thing by trying to get the ball across the face of goal, but he just kicks it right at Guimarães player.
Yeah,
Guimarães player. His huge chance passes Trubin, and then Otamendi with just a spectacular goal line. It wasn't goal line because it was going across the face of goal, but just kind of Corta right there.
Yeah.
And it hit his chest and head a bit, I guess. I don't know.
It hit his chest, it hit his head a bit.
I didn't see any arm.
There was no arm. He tucked his arm behind his. He knew he had his arm behind his fucking thing. He was gonna break his own shoulder to keep away from a handball.
Well,
in that
he
situation.
broke his head.
It was great.
Imagine if he got Peter checked.
Oh, come on, Evan. You can't be saying those
can't-
things.
He is a traitor. I don't like this fucking
Can't wish
guy.
that evil
Don't
on him.
wish evil on a man like that.
On Otamendi, yeah, I'll do it.
Cool.
He's all Benfica now.
There was a few moments when they were getting like pressed by Guimarães. Trubin was passing the ball around too. Those are little nervous moments.
Yeah,
But then if you pass out of the press, then you're good. You start attacking them.
Guimarães is.
But that's a little scary.
Guimarães gave us a lot of trouble. This was not an easy game. It's
never easy, no.
Even in Benfica, or even in Lisbon, you know. Midweek, I watched Arsenal versus Manchester United. We'll get to that later. But Arsenal beat them on 2 corner kicks, and their strategy of corners was like get it really close to the goalie. And then I was like, see, that's where you need someone. Manchester needs someone like Trubin, 6'7". You're trying to do that, I'm just gonna catch it in front of the guy. You know what I mean?
Manchester need anyone but that guy.
And then later on in the week, they did something. They also lost crazily to a bunch of crazy goals from Onana, or like that given up by Onana. So
Yeah. Bruno Lage. Is he the only sane manager between the big three right now? He's got his shit together.
He's definitely got it together.
He's got the experience. That's what these other guys they don't have. They don't have the experience.
Experience.
They're all new. They're all B team assistant manager guys.
Yeah.
Bruno Lage has been through the ringer.
These other guys are blowing leads for the first time. Bruno's like, been there, done that. I don't want to be part of that anymore. I've lived and learned.
You ever coach Wolves? It's like Swiss cheese back there.
yeah, yeah. He was the Botafogo manager, right? Who blew the lead.
He gave up on them. He said,
Hey, Brazil gave
I'm
up
out.
on that team. The Brazilian FA, they fell apart. That was the corruption year.
Yeah, Luis Castro left, and then they made it so that they wouldn't win.
Yeah. But Benfica running up the charts, they jump into second place. They actually have a game in hand as well, which is scary. So I guess you guys could be in first.
And
before the year's over, yeah.
And we have when do we have to play Sporting still?
I think it's early January.
Oh, okay.
Late
No.
December.
December
29th.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So yeah, before the year's over, could look
Sexy.
like Benfica's in first. I don't want to jinx them.
No, they're going to be first for sure. No, okay. They're on, what, a 5-game win streak, maybe more? God damn.
And what did Arsene Wenger have to say when he was on a 5-game win streak?
He said you got to keep the good times rolling.
Yeah.
And that's a hard to do as well.
Yeah.
Who's not keeping good times rolling? Porto. Dragons fall flat on their face against Famalicão in a 1-1 draw. Fama take the lead just before the end of the first. bunch of flubs in the box. Diogo Costa gives it away, and they just pop it in. Not a pretty goal. Samu sees the ball with a nice chance. He toe punts it into the back of the net in the 52nd minute. Later on in the 74th, beautiful counterattack. Pep starts the play, gives it to Galeno. Galeno hits up Samu. They score. And then after the referees say, no, we got to check VAR. There's a handball on the other side of the field. Pepe with his shoulder out in a cross and gets overturned and given a penalty.
I hate that. You can't go all the way back and look at that. You got to call it right there.
That's so far back.
Yeah. Too far back.
You let the player run up the whole way up the field and score, and then you call it back?
Yeah.
Come on.
Especially if you score. It should be like, nah, nothing matters before that. You scored a goal.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Also, I thought the penalty was kind of weak. Like, Pepe, he jumped up in the air. His arm was still kind of tucked in.
It was like against his body. Yeah, and it hit his leg first too, didn't it?
I agree, Chris.
Yeah.
I agree. That was pretty soft.
It was soft.
Ball doesn't lie. Diogo Costa saves it.
Right. Well, yeah, I guess
true.
that's all fine. But they didn't get their goal.
But they lost the goal because of
Yeah.
it, right?
Screwed over Porto for sure.
I will say, I don't really think that Samu was a toe punt though. I mean, the guy kind of laced that volley,
He laced
right?
it. It was a gentle lace.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's evidence now that Samu can celebrate very relaxed.
Yes.
Well, he just tied it, so you just like.
It was a tying celebration. Yeah.
The excitement wasn't as hype. But yeah, Porto just looking stale and unimaginative. Late subs. This is one thing you guys were complaining about Schmidt before, and this is what Bruno Vitor is doing to us right now. We're not winning, and then he's waiting till the 80th, 85th minute for subs.
Yeah.
Like, guys are having stinkers out there, and we're waiting till the last minute to get new legs out there.
That's frustrating. Yeah.
I
He's
don't
saying
like
he's saying
this.
let it ride.
I wonder what the thinking is behind that, because is it like I've put together this starting formation so beautifully that it's just the perfect idea of a team.
And what it is he doesn't want to admit that it's shit.
Yeah.
And subbing in early is like, okay, my plan sucked.
Yeah. That's part of it, and then
Or maybe he wants to wait for the other team to get even more tired.
yeah, that's another. It could
And
be
then I
that.
got these super fresh guys.
Or maybe he's just like, these guys on the bench stink. What am I gonna do with them? You know.
Well, we got the Ghoul on the bench. He brought him in the 90th.
don't get to see
Ivan
the Ghoul.
Jaime could have come in there earlier against his old team. Young legs and Rodrigo Mora. Varela is playing with a little bit of a knock. I don't even know why he put him on at that point.
Yeah, 2 players on in the 90th. What the hell is this?
Or maybe
What's the
Vitor
point?
Bruno was like just looking at his phone for a while. He's like, oh shit, is it 80th minute? I gotta do something.
Put these fucking subs in. But yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then, I don't know, this Perez guy didn't have a great game either.
You
Maybe
gotta
we
say the first goal is kind of on Diogo Costa though.
Yeah.
He made up for it with the penalty save, right? But when you say
Yeah.
Chris, he's got to wrap that up or at least keep that closer to his body.
Yeah, he should have
put
had
it
that.
put it out of bounds in the corner in front of goal. Not what you can do. Not a good idea.
That was a moment of his mental fortitude was not there.
Or
you
maybe
know?
he kind of I don't know. Maybe he kind of saw there's 2 blue shirts right around him. Like they'll pick it up, right?
Yeah.
Sloppy. It's sloppy
When
is
a
what
striker
it is.
when a striker sees that loose ball so close to the net, their instinct is I'm gonna.
I think
tap
anything
this.
in your 6-yard box or just slightly around, that's got to be you. You got to take control of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this Famalicão team with great names like Gil Diaz, Rochinha's there,
Oh yeah, good players.
Gustavo Sa.
This is
Oh,
another strong Portuguese league team you got to watch out for.
Yeah. And we didn't.
Ivan Zlobin is the goalie.
A
He used to be on
Russian
Benfica.
Did he? And then you got Truger, and you're like, we can't have these guys together.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, Porto flounder again. Sad times. Dropping points. Definitely in third. I mean, Santa Clara's hot on their tail.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
God damn.
They're still there, still in the mix.
Yeah.
And
Me
you
and
know-
Patrick always say Porto in a rebuilding year. They're fucking second place, 2 points behind first. That's a rebuilding year for them. What the hell is this? Can these guys fall? Can
Yeah.
these guys suck?
And when you go to Famalicão and that announcer's just yelling at the top of his lungs for every play, make the stadium announcer.
What's he say?
He's like Kendrick.
Mustard.
You gotta listen to the song.
You haven't heard the song.
That's not how he says it.
He says mustard.
That's not how he says it, man.
I think I heard it. Mustard.
Santa Clara, the Islanders used their home court advantage and they sink Rio Ave 1-0. Another goal from Vinicius. And yeah, they're looking great. Will manager Vasco Matos get scooped before the year is over? Or will he make it a full run?
But I guess you're already gunning for him to go to Sporting.
Well, people are saying that.
People.
Is that what the rumors are?
People are talking about people.
But could we possibly get media access at like a TFC game? So like we're people. So if Evan starts it, like that is people.
Well, it's got to be
We're
other people. It can't just be Evan.
But what if it's just us?
We got 4 people right here.
We have one pass that says Portugal Corner Media, and all of us show up.
No, they make us get in a trench coat and stand on top of each other like one.
Wow, that's not even taller than what's Trubin.
But yeah, Santa Clara flying high, looking good. I mean, at the same time, it's 1-0 wins. They're grinding it out.
That's a good team.
But
Sporting won a title like that.
Dude, but they just got promoted. And it's like
The first one.
look where they're at. This is amazing.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
Evan, you listened to another podcast called the OCD podcast, was it?
OTC. On the continent.
On the continent. They talked a little bit about Sporting versus Santa Clara. You didn't like their analysis of Santa Clara?
This guy had no idea the Santa Clara story. He was like, Santa Clara, they're a good team, but they've been out of the first division for quite a while now. I was like, dude, it's been 1 year. Relax.
They're also not a good team. Like I mean, this year they're a good
Before
team.
their last time in the first division, it was a while before that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then he's like,
Yeah,
they're
he doesn't know what he's
they're a
talking about.
feeder club for Benfica. They have the same crest. I was like, they got a new crest, man. Get up to date.
Hey, well, you can't imagine. He's not Portuguese, I would think.
He has a podcast about teams outside of England. It's on the continent is like basically all the European teams.
Okay.
From a British perspective.
From a British perspective.
Well,
they're
there
trying
you
to
go.
They talk about Portugal pretty often on it.
Okay, well, you got the British perspective. That's what it is. It's not correct.
Also, we can't really come after podcasts. I mean, we have a podcast, but we don't fucking research or do
No,
anything.
we don't.
We don't do.
We know our Santa Clara shit.
We're not acclaimed writers, though.
No, that's true. We're not writers.
Well, I see some writing in front of you right there.
There's notes.
I already talked about everything I wrote here. Benfica, Jersey, Guy, Di Maria, and Trubin. I'm done.
Ah,
Here.
all his notes. Done.
Crumple it up, throw it in the garbage can.
Justin's checking out.
Swish.
Wow. Perfect shot.
Braga, despite Bruma scoring twice for Braga, they are unable to pick up 3 points against Estoril as Gonçalo Costa equalizes in the 82nd. Huge blunder for the Minho team. They fall behind Santa Clara. Bruma, amazing game. He scored, I think it was a header, and then he scored from the spot. Then he almost scored a header later in the game. He's on penalty duty now.
Bruma.
Yeah.
Ricardo Horta's been. We said he's kind of like.
It's been quiet.
Ricardo Horta. It makes me kind of trust and believe that maybe we got rid of Rafa at the right time. You know what I mean? We were done with Rafa. Rafa left. Remember how we were debating should they swap Ricardo Horta for Rafa? We were talking a lot about Ricardo Horta and Rafa and the national team, and then we realized they're the exact same age, right?
Yeah. If anything,
So-
Ricardo Horta is older.
If anything. So
If
I'm saying Ricardo Horta, maybe his time has come and gone. He's got Bruma now, but
He was on fire at that time, though, when we were talking
yeah.
about him.
he was the best
Yeah,
player in the league.
everyone wanted him.
This day, he blundered a breakaway.
He blundered a bit of a breakaway.
Blundered a breakaway.
I'd like to hear anyone say blunder a bit of a breakaway, okay? It's not that easy.
Not easy.
You made it seem really easy right there.
He wrote it down. He was reading from his notes.
I locked in. He's
Bruma
fallen,
blundered a
but
big
you would
breakaway.
think, Chris, wouldn't you think that Bruma and Ricardo Horta together, this is a team fighting for at least second.
What kind of like Avengers analogy do you have for that?
Okay. This
What
one's gonna be more
superhero would
like,
it be?
Like, did you see that one of those like more B class level superhero ones, like the
Green Arrow or
Fantastic Four?
something?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
no,
Like,
guys.
Green Lantern or something.
These are the
Lantern?
Watchmen. These are the Watchmen.
exactly
Watchmen's great.
that kind of
Well,
level.
Bragg is waiting for the Secret of the Ooze to come alive.
Secret of the
What?
El Uzani.
Uzan.
Oh, the
Well,
Ooze Man.
I'll tell you, I think I know what's throwing them off, and it's when they score a goal now, they shoot up a fireball in the air and they play Pitbull's Fireball.
Oh,
If I
very
was on that
coordinated.
team, like that's not gonna get me inspired. Listening to Pitbull,
yeah.
I don't know.
You say the goal song is throwing them off.
I think it's the goal song. Yeah, they could
I like the fireball thing. Maybe they got some fireball in the crowd. People do shots.
fire. Yeah, they could shoot Fireball. You know, there's so many other fire songs, right? There's got to be. I'm the fire starter. Twisted
Yes.
fire starter.
That'd be much better.
Unless it's this Pitbull song. Have you guys ever heard this
Oh,
Pitbull
I love
song?
this song.
It is called Kerike, Toca Me. And I'm gonna play a little bit for us. And Evan, could you just edit it closer when it's like the better.
Let me tell you about her. She's a queen that lives like a king. Drinking, smoking, licking, sucking, fucking.
Oh,
My first name's Sofa. Last name King Good. She's so fucking good.
Fucking good. It's just about fucking.
This song played once at the bar one evening on like a playlist. And I thought, is this Pitbull? And I thought, what the fuck is this guy talking about? It's
Everyone started getting
disgusting.
really sexy in
It was
there.
Well,
disgusting.
Pitbull has
It
this
turned
thing
into a
with
freak off.
Pitbull's got this thing with older women. I think he's got them locked in.
Oh, a Pitbull concert?
yeah.
That's MILF Central. Yeah,
Exactly,
for sure.
right? So he puts out a song like this, those women, their heads just go crazy. right? But if you're Braga, it's not going crazy.
No. Pitbull, 50 Shades of Grey, a glass of Chardonnay.
Oh,
That's
shit.
old lady.
Slay.
Now we're talking.
Slay.
That's fucking.
Shit.
That's a water park in there.
Yeah. And that's poetry. You heard it here first.
So yeah, Braga sitting in fifth. I don't know how to come back from that, guys. Braga sitting in fifth, schema range behind them.
They need to get from Watchmen to at least Fantastic Four level. That's what keeps them in fourth place when they
Yeah.
get the Fantastic Four.
Before we go on,
Right now, they're in a fifth tier superhero kind of deal.
Watchmen is by far the best comic that's ever been written. Might not have the fanciest heroes, but it's the best comic book out there.
All right, you heard it here first.
Yeah, we got to get off Evan's comic book
I have
central.
I have a hard stance on Watchmen. It's the best.
The comic book corner.
Jill
You
said,
guys, wait. That goal where the defender, I think it's Ferreira, he deflected it right in, but it was gonna go straight to the goalie.
"Oh yeah,
That's
You
a
did
tough
not
one.
have to touch that.
That was a tough one. But you want to block. You want to block it. That's
can't-
always a tough one. You
But
want
he
to help
put
your
it right
team,
in.
and then it was like it completely bamboozled him.
no, you got to leave it for your goalie to take care of."
Yeah, but then it's
It's just
put
normal.
it in
It's your
perfectly.
instinct, right? It's
Yeah.
your defensive instinct to go after it.
Gil Vicente saved by 38-year-old Ruben Fernandes in the 97th minute. A goal to beat Nacional.
He's 38 years old.
Yep.
Never kissed a girl.
never scored a goal.
Never
38
scored.
years old. Never scored a goal.
Well, that stops their bleeding as
Wenger,
yeah, they were on a 4-game losing streak.
a 4-game bleeding streak.
Yeah.
They did it. They did the Wenger.
Aside from that Tassa game there. Yeah. Exciting times in Portugal. Good games. Good games this week. Anything else? Ferenc tied Boavista 1-1.
Fred's picking up points right now.
Couple Reds in that game.
Picking up points.
Looking forward, Benfica's going to have, I think, around my birthday time, their makeup game that they lost. That's going to be huge. Then we can go into the Sporting game, have a little Christmas holidays, go into the Sporting game with even game levels. And then that'll be like a big 6-pointer. So I'm just looking forward to that. And hopefully, I mean, along the way, win a Tassa game or two. I think we got some Tassa games coming up.
Ferenc, you have to play.
Champions
Yeah.
League is going to run deep this year.
And then we got, Champions League goes all the way to January. And this week we have, what's that team we have on Champions this week?
Bologna.
Bologna.
I don't think
Bologna.
Benfica's ever played Bologna. I can't even remember any.
Bunch of baloney.
It's tough when you're on a winning streak. It's like
Yeah.
when you're on a winning streak, it's like you can't even imagine what losing's like. And then when you're on a losing streak, you can't even like imagine. You forget what it feels like to win. You know what I mean?
You yearn for a win.
It's like weather. It's like, you know, when it's winter and you're like, I can't believe this air used to be hot. And like when it's hot, you're like, how does this get cold? This is ridiculous. This is amazing.
Yeah, winning is like weather.
Winning is it's just like the weather, and the winds change.
Yeah.
Well, that's
winds
profound,
change.
guys.
Well,
that was profound.
It was profound. We're very poetic today. And you know what? I think a strong fighting eagle can eat a piece of bologna, no problem.
I think, yeah.
I think so.
Do you think it would like the taste?
It might not like the taste, but could it chew it up and ingest it and go on? Yeah,
For sure.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. Just a reminder, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. So we're on YouTube, listening to it there. Take some time to leave a rating and a review. Tell your friends. Spread the word. We're on Patreon. A little bit of exclusive content there. But yeah, if you want to give us a shout, say thank you for the work we do on this podcast, you can subscribe there.
You can see Chris's ass on there.
Yeah, we'll put that up there.
Sure. I don't know if that's going to gain or lose listeners, but
Yeah, that's what you're paying for, buddy.
whatever you get.
We're gonna have to treat that thing like an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Surely one of your asses got to be better than mine, I think.
No, not from what we heard at the bar. People want yours.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And we'll get into that on Patreon. Anyways.
And I think actually we're on pace to make a Patreon.
Yeah,
Okay.
we definitely need to.
All right, let's rush through
All
this.
right.
We
one.
have to.
England.
Oh my God!
Boss says we have
the
to.
moment's it's happened.
Yes.
You missed this?
Worlds have collided. Nottingham Forest lose to City 3-0. But man, Jota Silva and Jack Grealish were on the same field together. Look at these guys.
We love it.
Portuguese Grealish.
Yeah.
And which one is more handsome? Who has nicer calves?
Oh, Jack. Jack for sure.
Does
with
Jota have the calves?
No.
Not even close. Grealish is packing real heat with those calves.
Okay, but Jota lowered his socks to be like Grealish for this picture.
I think that's his style, probably.
No,
on his own.
come on.
He's a tricky
they're
winger.
doing something there to kind of look.
Well, I like Jack. He's a
Looks
cool
similar.
guy. He posted on his stories.
Then I saw
Like
he deleted
both of
it.
them. No, it just ran out. They disappear after 24 hours. Have you heard about this?
The stories go away. How about this?
He deleted his story.
It like went away. What the hell?
Just as like an old geezer. He had her on the story. It's gone now.
I'm trying to show my family this story.
Give me your phone. I'll show you how it works.
So Forest gets smashed by City, but then they play United. They just stay in Manchester, I bet. And then they beat Manchester United, Ruben Amorim, 3-2. And Onana, as we alluded to before, had a stinker of a game.
Horrible. I don't know how a United goalkeeper can do this and keep his job after this.
Yeah. That second goal, the ball came right at him, and he just didn't get it.
Yeah.
Just hit his leg and went in.
Yeah, I think
He's like frozen in that.
Yeah.
Amorim knows how to deal with, teams with bad goalies.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's the least of his worries.
So I'm surprised he's not.
He's like,
like-
we can throw anyone in these sticks.
yeah, so I'm surprised he's not more like, what if I got a good one? That'd be crazy, kind of deal.
I can't even name who the second goalkeeper on United is, but whoever it is, he has to go in instead. It's
Probably
just
just an English
it's insane.
kid.
And you see the clip like at the end where they have like a free kick, and Onana's taking it. He like keeps like messing up and like picking it up, putting it back
Oh
down,
my God.
stuttering and like going
He
to
wasted,
take
like,
it in,
12
and then he
minutes.
backs up.
Yeah, and they don't have much time. And then also,
It's like comedy. It's like a fucking Three Stooges or something.
and then the kick's a little too far for anyone to even get.
oh yeah, it was a horrible kick.
It's not like in the group of people. It's like a little too far. Maguire gets his head to it, goes out of bounds.
Oh, you're
All right, you guys ready for this? Do you know who their backup goalie is?
Who is it?
Do you know which country he's from?
Lay it on me.
He's Turkish.
Okay.
Whoa,
Altay Bayindir.
what? I've never heard that name before.
I've never
Yep.
heard of a Turkish goalie.
Turkish goalie. Altay Bayindir.
Cool, nice
That's the
picture.
man.
He's 6'6".
That's huge.
I'll give him that.
Throw him in, man.
That's fucking
Yeah,
huge.
see
Let
what's
the,
up.
Let the man cook.
How old is he?
He is 26.
Oh, that's a good. That's good
Prime.
age.
That's prime.
That's enough to get it. Throw him in there.
Well, they needed a tall guy when they played Arsenal midweek. They just got slapped on corners.
Yeah.
Arsenal just balls into the box. Goal.
That's their
goal.
thing. They have a set piece coach, and they figured it out. They got big guys. Gabriel is always there to finish it.
It's like the simplest possible strategy, and yet it works.
Yeah.
If you do it right.
And now
They practice it.
It's kind of annoying how the set piece coach is going off like now on the sidelines. Like, look at me. It's like, shut the fuck up.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all.
You don't mind that?
What,
That's what they work for.
The massage guy's gonna come out too and be like, I fucking loosen up this guy's muscles.
No, but this set piece, come on, you got
That piece is pretty specific.
That's cool, man. The
Yeah, it's
set
cool.
piece works.
Yeah.
The funny thing that I just always thought, and forgive me, I've never played football at a high level. I thought the main coach should be like thinking about these things, but they're like, no, I only think about when the ball's in the field of play.
Well, the coach has a whole team of guys.
Right.
He's managing their emotions.
But this
and their
set piece coach guy, much like the throw-in coach guy, which was hot for a minute a couple of years ago, it seems like a
think it's the
new
same
development.
It's kind of football-esque, you know?
Yeah,
They got the
exactly.
defensive, offensive,
You got
special
teams. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the special teams coach, kind of.
Yeah, but then when you get a game like this and all your goals come from set pieces, you're like, that guy fucking killed it today.
Yeah, money well spent.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is like, are only some teams doing this? Like, why?
every
isn't-
team has a set piece guy.
Okay, now every team. But yeah, they go crazy. They go off.
City draws to Palace on the weekend 2-2. They drop some more points. Pep's continually spirals. Liverpool tie Newcastle midweek.
I got something to say about Pep.
What do you got to say about Pep?
Mourinho came for Pep this week.
Yeah,
Ooh.
they're going at it.
He said, I like to shake my hand of my opponent when I lose. And what else did he say? I like to fight fair or play fair. He said Pep doesn't play fair. Pep has 150 charges.
Yeah.
And
big money.
and Pep comes back with the fiery stuff, and then he always says, I think he gets very testy, and he's the one who's getting attacked right now. He's getting shots fired.
Yeah.
He's a lot like Drake in this way. When he's on top, you can't really come for him. But then once he gets knocked down at 2 pegs, everyone's kind of like, I never fucking liked that guy.
Yeah.
He's showing his shitty side.
Once Drake stopped making all the hits and he was no longer untouchable, it was like, man, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people were saying fuck that guy. Just it doesn't cut through, you know.
Oh yeah, that's true because he's on top.
Yeah.
And same thing with Pep. It's like no one's. What can you say? I'm here. I'm standing here on the top of the bus with the trophy.
Yeah, and you're
what
like,
can you
you're
say
like,
to me?
I fucking hate that guy. You're like, okay, good for you. Look at him, he's a winner.
Yeah,
Pep's
exactly.
also just like a nice guy. He normally doesn't get to.
No,
too
he's
testy.
not.
He
Okay.
looks evil as shit.
He's
Okay.
like Messi, where he's like, oh, he's like a nice guy. No, he just doesn't talk.
Yeah,
Okay.
No, he's not.
that's what they want you to think.
Exactly. And look at him coming back and being like, he's like, okay, Mr. Mourinho. What did he say? I don't know. He always talks so weird. He talks like, I've got to say, for all the years he's been in England, Jose Mourinho speaks much better English than him. It's not a competition. I mean, they both know more languages than I do, but Pep's hard to understand sometimes, I'd just like to say that.
Okay.
And I don't fucking like the guy.
All right. Moving on. Liverpool tie Newcastle midweek 3-3 game.
3-3. It was actually a really fun game to watch.
It's exciting as shit.
I was watching it with my friend Josh. Shout out to Josh. He doesn't really watch soccer, a little bit here and there. And I sat down, put this game on, and he's like, oh shit. He's like, this is a fucking amazing game. He's like, I think I've convinced this guy to sit down and watch soccer with me.
Nice.
Which is cool. That's a big win for me. Thought Salah was gonna come back, had this beautiful game-winning goal, but they let it slip.
Yep. Then of the weekend, the Merseyside derby was supposed to happen. They called it off. They said, no, it's windy. It's too windy. We can't play that game.
Too windy. I mean, who cares if it's a bit windy? Just let them play. Like, you watch a football game, it's like snowing. They're like shoveling the lines.
Yeah, it's like, okay, the goalie's going to do like a goal kick, and then it blows right back into his net. Well, keep it on the ground.
Keep it low.
You gotta keep it on the ground.
You can't do the throwing play. You got to run the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. And then on Sunday, Chelsea Spurs 4-3. Exhilarating game. Cole Palmer with 2 penalties. Breaks the longest streak of unmissed penalties. He's setting some history there. He beats Yaya Toure. Neto had a good chance. Enzo Fernandez with a great goal. And Cucurella had to change his shoes. Spurs score 2 goals very early, first 2 minutes. Cucurella slips and falls down for both these goals. He says, fuck these shoes. Give me a new pair.
It was because of his shoes?
He blamed the shoes.
Blamed the shoes and he threw them out in the garbage after.
And they were Pumas?
I think so.
And did he switch to Nikes or something?
I don't know what he put on
I don't
after.
think. I mean, that would like void his like contract. He's probably making a lot of money to wear
I
those
think
kind of crappy shoes.
this was a new prototype shoe that he was wearing.
Why would you try a new prototype at a game like this?
Yeah. You can see when he placed the shoes into the trash can, you can't see any logo. That's very important. That's I'm
Smart.
sure he how he did it.
They probably have to retake this photo. They're like, oh, you can't post that on your story. You gotta fix
Well, he
this.
posted on the story. It gets posted right away. And then eventually it'll go away.
Well, 24 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he said you can't make a main post about it because that stays forever.
Yeah.
But if you post it on your story, okay, because it goes away in 24 hours. This is what I'll explain to him. And I knew about all of that like before 5 minutes ago. I knew about how stories work.
Yeah.
And so Cucurella posts a story, which we all know goes away.
Yes.
The Spurs, the Chelsea's have been scoring. I feel like at least 4 goals almost every game. If they're not scoring 4, they're scoring 3. When was the
They're
last time they scored 2
flying.
goals?
It's because of Cold Palmer.
Gold Balmer. Guys, I'm out of the Chelsea closet.
Whoa. Well, you took your jerseys out of the closet and you put them on.
Yeah. I can be a Chelsea fan again.
It's Mardeska.
I don't really like. They're just at least they're fucking winning. Neto's there at most games.
Playing well.
Renato Vega's there,
Yeah.
and you know what? I like this. They're
Sancho's a good player. I thought he scored a nice goal.
winning. Sancho with the low stonk.
Sancho I always thought was just mediocre.
Well, he was at Manchester United, so there's nothing exciting going on there.
Him, what was it? Sancho, Rashford, Greenwood. Who's the other guy? I said we're all the same.
Sancho's better than all those guys.
Yeah,
He
he just didn't want to apologize.
He did really good on Dortmund.
Yeah, he's a great player. He just didn't fuck with Ten Hag.
Anthony. Those are all the same guy.
Yeah.
Anthony
Creeps.
terrible.
But you go to a new team, different lunch tables, you figure shit out. And then we tried to predict the
Wait.
Wolves. Oh,
You got something to say about Enzo?
Enzo. This guy dumped his whole family and he's flying. He's scoring goals and getting assists. He's got like 9 goal contributions in 6 games
Yeah.
since he dumped his stupid family.
Has anyone ever thought about a man who leaves his family? Like sometimes the family has bad vibes. You know, sometimes the family is like holding you down, like,
Bringing you down?
you know.
Just a fucking
Enzo,
anchor.
where have you been? Why are you always leaving me for Chelsea? Who's Chelsea?
Your life can be much better if you leave your wife and kids.
Yeah.
And start anew. And he has.
And that just goes to show all you guys out there. What the possibilities are endless for you.
Yeah, just look at Enzo's life. Could be you.
And even watching the game, I was like, how is he captain? He's not a guy you aspire to be. But then, yeah,
No,
he came through.
You feel like you need some kind of at least a little loyalty to be captain.
Yeah.
No loyalty to Benfica. We're essentially bring that family to Benfica. We're in the same kind of situation. You know,
We'll hold them and cry.
Yeah.
Di Maria will get
His
him.
daughter and his wife.
There you go. We'll throw
And
them
then the other person's an eagle.
throw them a Di Maria jersey.
We tried to make a Wolves prediction, and we thought they could beat Everton. No, they couldn't do it. 4-0 lost to Everton midweek, and then today they lost to West Ham. So
You guys were doing that at least last week, looking at the Wolves run, and I'm like, I know it's a bit we did like a couple of years ago, the Wolves run, but you said Everton, that's a guaranteed win.
Well, the bit is also we say they're going to win a bunch of games and they lose every single one.
Oh, I didn't realize that's part of the bit.
yeah, they never win.
We've never predicted they were going to win all their games, and they've actually won them.
I did that one time. I said they're going to go on a run. And they went on a bit of a run, but it was schedule based. But the thing about this Wolves team is they're bad.
Yeah.
They're going down, 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 down.
Yeah. They need a new manager. That guy sucks. And then I think all the Brazilians are going to get stolen. See what happens.
Classic Brazilian tale.
Yep.
Before we move on, I want to talk about Man United.
Yep.
And mostly
Evan was going to go from wolf to wolf right there.
oh, that's a good transition, wolf
okay.
to wolf. I'd rather go talk about run to run.
Okay.
Because have you guys seen this schedule that Manchester United has?
Nope.
Coming up right now?
Yeah.
Who's
No,
playing?
tell us.
It is a murderer's row, as they say in baseball.
Oh, okay.
You're pretty much
gonna get murdered.
Yeah, and it's like
Scroll down.
it's gonna be tough.
They all might as well have their last meal now.
Yeah.
because they're gonna get killed.
It's gonna be really tough. So they face this is all during, and this is during the famous, in England, the famous Christmas holiday schedule.
December
Boxing
12th
Day.
to December 26th.
Pretty much they have to beat Wolves and Bournemouth because they have City, they have Spurs. After that, they get Newcastle, Liverpool, Arsenal.
my God.
And then you have a little break for Southampton. Brighton's a really tough team. The Premier League, no easy games in the Premier League, obviously, right?
could
We
beat
know
Spurs.
that.
but that's a storm right there.
That's going to be a bit of trouble.
Newcastle, Liverpool, Arsenal to start the new year is a slap in the face.
Yeah. You got a new coach. You're feeling invigorated. It's like, do you know what it's like? It's like you're getting on a nice big cruise ship, but the ocean is nasty out there. It can still take you down.
Yeah, and he's got more closely. He's got City, and City's probably looking at them licking their chops, being like, "Oh, we can get back on the winning ways when we face United."
Yeah.
Chris, they also have backup goalkeeper Tom Heaton at 38 years old.
38.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you don't want to play the Turkish guy.
I don't know. 7-foot young Turkish guy. I think I'd play him.
I'd play him too.
I just hope they don't come in for Trubin during January. Do you think they're gonna give? Well, we can't speculate on
Benfica
that.
shouldn't be. They shouldn't even think about selling him.
No, they're not going to sell anyone.
That's what we've been told, but
Yeah. In
we're
Deutschland,
told that about Chelsea, about Enzo, anyways. Go ahead.
Wolfsburg on a 5-game win streak, and Thiago Tomás has 5 goals this season, including one this week in a 4-3 win over Mainz. Thiago Tomás is back.
This game is mine.
Maybe Ruben Amorim goes for Thiago Tomás.
TT, the return of TT.
He sent him away. I don't think he's bringing him back.
That's right.
Yeah.
TT with the that'd be just purely vibes based. Imagine Ruben Amorim goes over there just to do vibes.
Get the sunglasses in here.
Yeah.
In Saudi, the Ronaldo ticker, 916 goals. He scores 1 goal for Al Nasser in a loss against Al Ittihad. Benzema and Bergwijn score for the yellow and blacks, and they're in first place. Ittihads.
So is Ronaldo going to finish his career at this garbage ass team? But he'll always be able to score, so that's what he wants.
Dude,
the goal records.
I don't know if you guys sent me this or I just came across it. It was like Ronaldo's goals this season in all competitions. He's got like 40-something goals, and
There's
a lot
a
of them
lot.
are beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
The competition is low.
yeah.
Even
I
for
think-
Portugal, he's got some nice goals.
I feel like with Patrick, you say, "Oh, he'll probably just go to Al Nasser or Al Ittihad," and then
Hello.
I don't think he will.
or-
I don't think he will actually switch teams in Saudi.
I don't think so because
No.
Al Nasser is like he's guaranteed to start. No one,
Yeah.
they're like, we're not even gonna hire another striker to like challenge him.
If he
Al
goes to any
Nassr
team,
is
there's no challenge. Goes to any team, no one's going to not start Ronaldo.
Yeah, in Saudi. But I think Al Nasser might be the only chance he has to do the
1,000 goals.
Bronny Jr. thing. He's gonna play with his son.
Oh,
You think?
play with? He wants to do Bronny Jr.
No, you do that at Sporting. No, Sporting.
Play sport. He's not gonna do that.
Oh, there's a game coming up in the FA Cup with Ashley Young.
Yes.
He has to play his son.
Ashley Young
On,
versus
that is
gonna
Ashley
happen.
Old.
Ashley Old. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Peterborough, I think the team is called, or something, or maybe Scarborough. It's one of the little
Scarborough's boroughs.
townships of the GTA here.
I got something, kind of a side note. We're talking about the Bronny Jr., the Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. I think what a lot more people should be doing is the Michael Jordan Jr. Do you know what Michael Jordan Jr. is doing?
No,
He's dating Scottie Pippen's ex-wife,
I saw
and now
it.
he's dating Eddie Murphy's ex-wife.
Oh,
So he's kind of like going through.
Sloppy seconds.
Well, yeah, but
Are these older women?
why is he going with
I don't know.
old?
kind of milfy, yeah.
Oh, older
I
women,
suppose so.
Patrick, yeah.
Well, no, but I mean,
What?
you don't think Scottie Pippen was dating
Well,
young?
they're listening to Pitbull. They got 50 Shades of Grey and a glass of Chardonnay.
Yeah,
Oh,
Brother, it's a water park in there.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I think more of these, because look, it's not working out for Bronny Jr. I can't imagine that Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. I mean, it's almost impossible to
Yeah.
match that level of
No,
athleticism.
he'll be a professional
skill.
though. There's so many
Could-
leagues he can play
he'll
somewhere
play
if he
somewhere.
wants.
Yeah. Will it be a good league? Who knows? All right, other news. We talked about it earlier. Arthur George wins the Brazilian League on top of the Libertadores, so congrats to him. LA Galaxy defeat Red Bulls. I think we talked about that too. Greg Vanny with another win there old TFC man. And Marco Reus picks up his first ever league title. 'Cause he was at
Reus.
Dortmund for so long.
Greg Vanny is the one who won with Giovinco
Yes.
and Altidore.
Yes.
I think we got rid of him because I guess Messi was getting stale. Team was dropping. But I wonder how Greg Vanny would have been with.
Insigne and Bernardeschi?
Yeah.
Stupid Italians? Probably bad.
Probably
Still
good.
bad.
I don't know.
He probably wouldn't have bought them.
Vanny's a genius, I think.
Yeah. Portuguese ladies defeat Czechia 2-1, meaning they have gone 12 games unbeaten run. They have not lost a game this year, and they will not, because that was their last game of the season.
Fucking right. Undefeated year.
Yep. They qualify for the Euro.
Yeah.
And, yeah, prior to that, prior to the game they won in Czech, they played a game in Porto in a 1-1 draw and hosted 40,000 fans, breaking another record for people coming out to watch a women's game.
Nice.
It's good stuff there in Portugal. The support is there. Stonk of the week. Do we have one?
I don't think so.
Not
No?
really.
I think the closest thing I would give the guy Moreira is when he cut that Vukasevic out not looking.
Yeah, that was nice.
Jenny served it up nice.
There's a couple low stonks. I know y'all are not fans of low stonks, but there's a couple low stonks this week, so shout out to those.
Nice.
Shout out Sancho.
Shout out to all the low stonks out there.
Joao Wonder 164.
Oh man, I didn't think about this.
No, never think about it.
Bruno had a nice goal,
But he lost.
but he lost.
But he lost.
Is Vinicius on Santa Clara actually Portuguese? Or is he Brazilian?
No, that guy's Brazilian.
Yeah, I thought so.
Deanna Silva, she scored 2 goals against Czechia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
To
it.
the ladies.
Is that our first lady?
No,
No.
I think we give it like Jessica Silva's one. I'm sure.
Maybe we've been caught 164.
Oh no, no, we've been canceled.
Joao
Portugal
Wonders.
just started doing women's league recently, right?
No, but that's
I know.
like this is the.
Thanks once again for listening. Hit us up on socials, Portugal_Corner on X, at Portugal Corner on Insta. Join us on Patreon. Listen to us on YouTube. Subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Take a minute to leave a rating and review. Tell your friends. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Adios.